One upon a time in a strange village in Delta State, Nigeria, there was a very good man with 3 children. In this village, his mother brought him as a child and gave him to her grandmother because she was afraid to tell the king of the other village she was working as a maid that she was pregnant. The king of that village didn't have a male child because his 3 wives are wicked to themselves and the people in the village. After many years later, the little boy became a man and got married to a woman from his unknown father's village. The king of that village dead, and the oracle told them that the king has a son. It was so strange because nobody knew the king has a son, not even the king before he died. The great ancestor of that village started appearing to him and telling him to go back to his village because he's a king. He was so confused and couldn't understand anything about that because nobody told him any story about himself, not even his grandmother before she passed away. All these years, the ancestor always visited him in a dream, but this faithful day, she had to come as a person. As she was trying to explain herself to him, his wife walked inside the room and saw this very old lady with full white dress shining like a light. She was so afraid. She shouted so loud that the whole village could hear her voice, and she died immediately. Everyone rushed to her house and started screaming at him that he killed her. He tried to explain everything, but nobody could believe him or try to listen to him, and they ordered him to leave their village, him and his 3 children kids with the dead body of his wife. As they were about to go, he then saw the ancestor old lady again, assuring him that he's going to be well with him. He was crying bitterly. The oracle of the other village has informed the villagers that a man with 3 kids and his wife dead body will enter the village, and that'll be the new king. When he eventually enters the next village, they all welcome him as a king, and the oracle then revealed his story, how his mother was a maid having private affair with the late king, and how his mother was afraid to tell the late king and hide his with her grandmother. Few months later, the village that drove his started having great problem with shortages of food, and they came to the next village to beg for help and realized the man they drove out from their village is now king of the next village. They apologize and beg to be his slave and rules over them because they're afraid of the suffering and hunger facing their village. The moral of this story is to tell you not to wicked anyone that are already in a difficult situation. We need to stand up for each other's